Welcome everyone to the middle breakdown here for the MVPS Spring Skirmish. If you guys are going to be at the event, I'm going to be commentating, so that's where you can find me if you wanted to. But I wanted to give a quick shout out. Again, make sure that you guys are checking out all the other videos for this breakdown. I have the snake side as well as the Dorito side and the possible bounces, so that way you can get a whole view of the field. Don't just watch the ones that you play. Yes, watch those because it's going to help you, but also seeing what other people can do on the field is going to help you be a better player and more effective on this layout. I also want to give a shout out. If you check the description down below, there's a free cheat sheet for the drill ebooks that I have, or ebook that I have down there. And also thanks to ProPeptides, if you use AC Greg, you're able to get 20% off of your BPC 157 and the Pro 4 combo to help with healing. That's till June 1st. And if you use Watch, Learn, Win, you get 10% off of anything else. So yeah, anyways, remember with this, what we're looking at for the middle, I'm considering all of this the middle. So let me move this guy over. Come on. So this we're going to consider the Dorito side. So when you watch that one, you'll be able to see that. But the middle we're counting as this all the way over to this wedge. So let's look first at this back center. Now this back center is looking real promising to be able to get some great shots off the break, especially for the snake side. Dorito side might be a little bit more difficult, but let's look at the snake side shots first. So I'm going to get a little bit taller here. I know I'm not this tall, but at least this way you can get a better view to be able to see that. So first thing is you can shoot right into this gap. This could be like one of the first shots that you have, if not, you know, this one like a 1-2. What this is going to help is getting right into this zone and then also into this snake brick over here, if I can scoot over to it. So this snake brick, you're able to shoot them trying to get into there. Now, the thing that you want to watch out for is for tendencies of, are they taking the back line or are they going more shallow? So that way you can adjust your shot, because that's how they're going to get out of the way of it. The other thing you can do is, let's say you just want them to get there and it doesn't matter, you can shoot right into the snake. So their snake shot is pretty great. You can shoot right through that gap right there and shoot right into it. The issue that you might run into is if they actually take the back line and go to the snake corner. That would be something you'd want to watch out for. But shooting into the snake here, definitely good. So you're going to be able to get some decent shots off the break there. You might even be able to double this. Might actually, just looking at it now, again, I wasn't able to play the layout this past weekend, so this is all first impressions here. But you could technically have two players, one shooting back up the middle here and then someone else shooting wide, or one shooting this gap and someone else shooting the deeper gap. So just something. The Dorito side, if we look at this side, yes, you have a shot on the tower here. I think that they might be able to get out of the way of it if they go far enough out and then up, but you can always shoot the before and then the after, so that way you're able to catch them on that run, or if they're trying to get out into this Aztec over here. So you can see the blind shot here over the top. If they go low enough, I think that they'll still be safe, but at least you can throw paint that way and make it where they can't run and gun back. So at least you could have that option, and then a deeper shot for the corner. You'd be able to catch them through there. So this could be something, again, that you double and have, you know, two people shooting different sides, or you double up on one of them. I don't know. I might be good to do that. The other option would be if you take a step back off the box. If I can get back, let me drop a little bit lower here. You can see this shot straight through here. This is definitely threading the needle, but players that are trying to take that deep route and go into the Dorito 1, this shot through here, you can catch them, or you can shoot there and then for the overslide. So just an option that you would have for that. Now, as for where you should go after this, I think it's really going to depend on the breakdown. If they get into the snake, definitely make sure that you're getting into a spot that you're able to shoot down into it. And the Dorito side, looks like you could actually still do the same job of being able to hold that Dorito side from here. It's not going to be as, well, no, actually it is good. You can shoot right into this gap right here, and that's going to make it where that player really has to fight with you. And because you can tuck in, and kind of like push into the bunker, it looks like, and shoot into it. Make sure, this tower might block you out a little bit, so you might have to sit back a little, so you got to be careful of drop shots. So it might be good to take a knee with this, but shooting into that gap would be good, and then also into this second gap here. So let's go over here to the Aztec. So coming out to the Aztec, just like we saw, that tower has the shot through here. If you go quick enough, I think you're just fine. This tower has the shot through here as well. So let me drop down so it's more normal. This could actually be a better spot for you to go to if they do get into the Doritos. So that way you can dive in real quick and then pull up and shoot into this gap until someone else can pick up on the job. Oh, something I forgot was back over here. If I get a little bit taller. Shooting down into this snake 4, if they happen to go snake real quick and go all the way down. I think that you're gonna be able to catch them better in other areas, but let's say that you're stuck in this Aztec or something and you need to run back to shoot down into here. I think you're gonna be able to skim it and be able to drop it into where the player's going to try to come around. I don't know that you're going to be able to see them. That's the only thing. I think you would get a drop shot of the actual ball dropping into it. So maybe, I don't know. Try it. Remember, this is all first impressions, so maybe you can sneak past that shot, but that could be an option there. This guy is not going to be helpful to stop them out of the snake. So this is not a bunker I would go to as a way of stopping the snake. I would probably use this as a delay, honestly. Looking at it, just the way that I personally like to play, come out and shoot into the middle, see what they're doing, and then looking for this move out and up into this wedge right here could be real good. Because by the time they dive into the snake, they really can't shoot you unless they get to the snake corner and wrap. That would be something that this guy could sort of help with, but not even really that great. Getting out to the snake corner is better for that. Watch the snake video. But on this way up, there's definitely a crazy no man's land, so you got to be careful of these cross shots. But as you're coming up into here, this would probably be more of a move that I would personally like to do. So now I can tuck in, shoot right into this gap. I'm able to help with the Dorito side. So if they didn't go wide and I come right up, I can shoot into this gap, can shoot into this gap. So I know that they're not past that Dorito at least. You could shoot into between those two towers there. And let me just see. I don't know that this is... Yeah, this is not going to be good to stop the snake. The only way that you're going to be able to stop the snake is if they're in your side, and then there's a lot more issues. The only issue that I see with this wedge is that you don't really have options after that. Of course, you can always go through to their side, but this run across here is not impossible, but these shots cross field, you have a lot of open space here. So there's a lot of people that'd be able to shoot you going across. And let's say that I was to go to their side, it's super open. So even like this move that I was showing you, this one going up from the Aztec into this wedge is definitely sketchy. Like you need to make sure that you're going gun up and shooting cross and booking it. Like you can't kind of lollygag. But maybe it's worth it if they haven't gone further up on the Dorito side. You could come up into here and then shoot that cross shot that we were looking at. But let's look at this other tower. So this other tower looked real solid. I wonder right now, just looking at it, if you're gonna have two here, one here, someone going snake and someone going Dorito. Maybe, I don't know. So coming out to here, you have shots going into this Aztec. You have shots going into the god, so that little brick that's there. You could even see the snake, so you at least have eyes that way. And then of course you can see the Dorito side. So this tower has a lot of options to be able to see who has eyes on what. This tower can pick, hey, I'm gonna have the eyes on the Dorito side, so don't worry about that. Hey, I'm gonna have eyes on the snake side, don't worry about that. So the issue is that coming up, it might get kind of sketchy. I think you might have to dive across if they start picking up on the shots across there. But coming up into this tower, something that I liked, and if you watch the snake video, you'll see this, shooting down into here and into here. I think, and you have to try this, is that you're able to shoot over the top of the beam and try to have it kind of skim down. So if you can get that shot, you're gonna be able to do a lot of damage on the snake. If you can't, then this guy might be better suited for at least having eyes on the snake side and then switching to Dorito side to help with the movement that might be happening there, or to use this as a movement across. So remember I said that that brick is going to be on our Dorito side breakdown, so watch that one for sure. But let's move up into this weird snake wedge. So I'm going to move up into here. So coming up, a lot of your issue is more coming from this other wedge, which, like we just saw, I'm not 100% sold on that wedge being like super helpful. I think it could be an option just as something to help with the Dorito side, but then you really can't do a whole lot. You'd have to run across to come to this wedge. So I don't know, maybe there's something that I'm missing. So coming up into this wedge here, let's look at the Dorito side first, because this one you can already see how good it is. So even if they go into this brick, let's say they make this move, the next move across into here, you have eyes on that the whole time. And let's say that they make it, you tuck in and you're kind of tucked into it, or if you kind of push into the bunker, you have this next shot here. So you're able to do damage with the Dorito side there. And let's scoot over and look at, so the snake side, if you watch the snake video, there are some, it looks like there could be some good shots going across. Again, try to see if you can stay low enough in the snake. If this guy is able to shoot that, then someone coming here is going to be super helpful if there's no one else that can watch the snake, because then they can shoot into the gap and catch someone on moves, and just make it a really hard time for that player in the snake. Let me just look at this. I highly doubt that this is going to be helpful. Coming up into these little cakes here. Zoodle, you make some weird layouts sometimes, but it's good. It helps the paintball being interesting. So let's just look at it, because why not? So I guess you could sneak up on someone in the Dorito, but you are completely open to the snake side, and that's not going to be good. But ooh, maybe. This would be super sketchy. This would not be the best option, but you do have this gap through here. So if there's no one able to shoot this gap and you happen to be here, I wonder if you can do this. Nah, actually forget that. You can do the same job here and be a lot more safe. So these little cakes, really not super useful, but maybe it helps you with being a little bit creative. But let's say that I take the inside. So we already know that the you can see the Dorito side is definitely going to be an issue. But let's say that you crawl up. So that little Dorito can definitely shoot in on you. I don't think you can, yeah, you can't get out of the way of that. But is it worth it to come here and look snake side? So the reason why I might want to come here is to catch a snake off guard. Because if I can come here and pop up and shoot them cross field, that would be something. Maybe shooting into this wedge. But other than that, it really doesn't seem like it's that useful to crawl across like this. Now, going through, absolutely, 100% do it if you need to go through and bunker someone. But if you do come through here, you just need to make sure that you have eyes on the snake side. So that way, whoop, let me click this again. So if you are trying to bait a player to go through to the Dorito side, or if you're shooting into the snake, you just need to make sure that you have someone watching you, because you're really open on either side. So definitely issues with that. But hey, maybe you chill out right here for a second and you bait someone to go across. I don't know. There's a lot of options with this. It's a weird structure, but it could be something good. But yeah, so that is the middle breakdown. So again, check out the free cheat sheet drill ebook that I have down in the description down below. And yeah, thanks again to ProPeptides for all their support. If you use AC Greg, you get 20% off your PPC 157 and Pro 4, as well as if you use Watch, Learn, Win, you get 10% off everything else. But that 20% off code is only good till June 1st, so you want to make sure you jump on it. But again, I will be at the event, so I'll be at the booth. if you want to stop over. If I'm talking, I apologize. I'm probably gonna have to be rude, but in between points or whatever, definitely we can chat. So I will see you guys there, and as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.